Let us go to the Stroh Center and welcome in, as I mentioned, one of the truly outstanding lead guards in the Mid-American Conference, the Bowling Green Falcons, Jordon Crawford. Jordon, how are you, man? Good to hear from you.
Good, good. How are you?
I'm great. Last time we saw Jordon Crawford here on SportsTime Ohio, he was firing home a big-time three late in the game with under 15 seconds left to beat Eastern Michigan. Jordon, to start with, where do you feel that you and the program are right now in terms of MAC play? You're 7 games in, and we know that Akron and Ohio have stepped out and set the pace in the East. How do you feel being the point guard leader of your Bowling Green Falcons? Give us a sense of where the Falcons are right now as we almost hit the halfway point in MAC play.
I feel that we're 1 or 2 plays from changing a lot of things around right now. It's been a lot of games that it's come down to the last shot or the last few plays, and I think we're just coming down to making them winning plays on defense or offense.
Jordon Crawford, my guest, as we take a look. Jordon, we're taking a look at some of the highlights from that win that you put together, you and your teammates against Eastern Michigan. You're a very talented group. I mentioned yourself and Austin Calhoun, Chauncey Orr getting the chance to play, Craig Seeley hopefully staying healthy. It's a younger group to go along with yourself and Austin Calhoun as the upperclassmen. Do you feel like you're getting the contributions? I know it's tough from young players, but you were there once yourself. The contributions from the freshman and sophomore that Coach Orr has given playing time to, are they starting to figure out the college game, Jordon?
I think so. I know it's tough being young and coming in and you're learning a whole new system and trying to get a feel for the college level, and I know it could be tough sometimes from playing time to taking on big roles, and I think they're coming along very well.
Interesting to see because, again, some very talented underclassmen that join Jordon Crawford and Austin Calhoun, and we're delighted to have Jordon spend some time with us. Jordon, your game is one that I always love to really get into your game during the course of our telecast here on SportsTime Ohio, because you play the game with such a passion and a flair, and you're as tough as point guards have to be. Would you say, as your style has developed, is that something that you felt at least that you were going to have to become a very tough and a very physical and a point guard that played the defensive end as hard as you do on the offensive end?
Definitely. I have used my size to my advantage. I know I can't just sit back and let people to get where they want to go, and I'm going to have to make it tough for them as much as possible, from pressuring the ball to going harder in the weight room and getting stronger and use that to the best of my abilities.
Yeah, we're taking a look at some of your work on the defensive end, Jordon, as we chat with you, and you see not only his ability to play excellent on-the-ball defense, but Jordon, I got to mention too, so for those of you that aren't aware, Jordon is 5'6", 5'7". He mentioned, though, his size and using it to his advantage. What are some of the characteristics, Jordon? Give us some of the intangibles since you mentioned that. How are you able, at your size, to turn it into an advantage for you on both ends of the floor?
I think definitely using my quickness is a huge thing. I can get after the ball from the whole floor and be quick, beating people to spots and trying to even on offense get into some spots on the court where a bigger guy might not be able to finagle his way in there. So I definitely try to use that.
And you're doing a marvelous job at it. One of the top assist leaders that not only we have in the MAC, but all over college basketball. I marvel at your decision making too. You seem to get, and you have the ability, as we saw against Eastern Michigan, to take and make big shots. But you seem to get very passionate and excited about being able to break down your defender, get into the paint, and then draw and kick to your teammates. How much has that become, even maybe more of your mindset, Jordon, in getting everybody else involved that can be shot makers for you on your BG squad?
I think it became big because sometimes I have a problem trying to do things by myself, and I know I can't do everything by myself. So I definitely have to have confidence and know that if I'm gonna pass it, that whoever I pass it to is gonna knock down that shot. So I definitely trust my teammates to knock down them shots.
And one of those young men I mentioned, a senior leader like yourself, is Austin Calhoun. You know, just an outstanding high riser, 6'7" senior out of the Detroit area. What's it like for you two? You seem to have a special connection. Does that just formulate? You seem, and watching as much as I have of both of you, you seem like you do a lot of things just off feel and off eye contact and almost, you know, the unspoken communication. How has that developed with yourself and Austin Calhoun through your years together?
I think that's developed tremendously. I've been here for 4 years, and we've been together for a long time, from a bunch of hard practices together, and I feel like we understand each other's, and I know where he likes to catch the ball, and I know some of his move, where he's going to go on the court, and I can basically help him out, and he helps me out at the same time.
Yeah, and it is one of the top offensive duos that we have in the Mid-American Conference. So for all of you, when you're checking it out tomorrow night, keep an eye on when I say the duality of what Jordon Crawford and Austin Calhoun get accomplished, because you know, point guard and front court player, it's as good a duo as you're going to find in the Mid-American Conference. Akron, Jordon Crawford tomorrow night, and you know, I mentioned, how do you look at the Akron Zips and the Ohio Bobcats? Both of them are 6-0. They've stepped out a little bit. How do you approach an opportunity like this tomorrow night in terms of just the grind that it's going to be able to beat a team like Akron? Have you imparted that on your teammates as a senior leader of the Bowling Green basketball squad?
Definitely. We know, trying to tell the guys that this is a very physical team, and they've been physical since I've been here. And they're not a team that we can't beat. We just have to go out and play, and we have to play with confidence. And we're playing on our home court, so we have to use that to our advantage and try to best our abilities to get the W.
Well, I love when Jordon Crawford discusses playing with confidence. Young fella, you always do that. That's why I say it's a delight to watch you in terms of your motor. It's nonstop. When you just mentioned you told us earlier about where you feel the basketball squad is. Is it realistic to think? Have you already started to, though? You gotta get on a winning run here. But do you have the type of feeling around your basketball team that, you know, this could culminate? You got to point toward playing your best basketball in late February on into March, and then maybe do some real damage at MAC tournament time. Has that already started to, at least, if not spoken, Jordon, you as the point guard, gotten into your mindset somewhat?
That's tough. You can say that maybe we want to get on a roll to playing well, starting early as possible, and if it happens to be later towards the tournament, that's always good. But I think right now we're just trying to find a way to get this thing rolling as soon as possible.
Yeah, and you certainly have the capabilities, and as we were talking about Akron a moment ago, I think we are going to, as far as the television experience tomorrow night, the matchup between you and Alex Abreu of Akron. Now, you've been playing him, you've probably played, he's a junior, so you've played him 4 times already in the last 2 seasons. Abreu is a lot like yourself, Jordon. Give us a scouting report on his characteristics and the things that, I don't want you to say what you're trying to take away, but give us a scouting report on Abreu, and when you watch it on tape or play against him, do you pause once in a while and say, that's a lot like how I play the game?
He's a tough kid. He's a great point guard, and he's a great challenge for me. He's very strong, and he's a leader of that team, and he gets everybody involved very well. And so I know going into the game, I have to be mentally and physically ready to play and battle with him. And I'm looking forward to it.
Jordon Crawford, an outstanding representative and spokesman. A young man embodies what college basketball should be about. I've loved watching you during your career at Bowling Green, young man from Cincinnati. Jordon, I can't wait to see you tomorrow. I appreciate the time you took today after practice, and looking forward for one of those terrific Crawford-Abreu matchups and Bowling Green and Akron. Good luck tomorrow night, buddy, okay?
Appreciate it.
Thanks for spending time, Jordon.
All right, thank you.
That's Jordon Crawford. Outstanding